Now, with all the very latest from around the world and here at home, it's the ITV News at 10.
A new chapter for post-Brexit Britain, but is it one that everyone wants to read?
This deal is a win-win.
Sir Keir Starmer says his deal with the EU will help shoppers, tourists and businesses. One of the architects of Brexit, Boris Johnson, calls it a betrayal. Other opponents agree.
If you were to win the general election, what would you do?
It is a disaster for this country. We'll just rip it up and we'll start the whole thing again.
We'll examine what the UK gains and what is given away and ask, will the country be better off after the Prime Minister's political and economic gamble? Also on News at 10 tonight. Waging war while talking peace. How close is Israel to stopping the violence in Gaza as it lets in a small amount of aid? What hopes of Putin agreeing to a ceasefire in Ukraine after his marathon phone call with Trump? Plus,
how do you feel your BBC career ending?
Are you forced to quit?
From Golden Boot winner to BBC Golden Boy, Gary Lineker blows the final whistle on his career at the corporation over an emoji. And
my mind was once the true survey of all these meadows, fresh and gay.
Ode to the Mower, the subgenre of green poetry you probably didn't know existed.
Might seem like a strange subject to write poetry about, but even poetry about lawnmowers can explore themes like death and heartbreak.
This is ITV News at 10 with Nina Hussain.
Good evening. Sir Keir Starmer is clear in sealing a new deal with the EU. The Prime Minister says it is time to move on from political fights. But has he just started one? Yes, the Brexit arguments are back. The new agreement impacts fishing and food. European vessels will be allowed to operate in UK waters for another 12 years. In return, paperwork and checks will be reduced on food and drinks, imports and exports. In some cases, they'll be removed. There was good news for young travellers and potentially anyone going through passport control in EU countries. But Conservative leaders, present and past, have called it a surrender and a betrayal, with Reform saying they'll rip it up if they come to power.
Piped aboard the good ship Entente Corps.
News at 10.
And that's it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. For now, though, from all of the team here, good night.